You have a graphic that works, an opener a lower third, an end card, and you need it in 10 languages, or with 10 different names, or 10 prices. By hand, it's always the same loop. Open, change the text, queue, render, wait, rename the file, start over. 10 times. That's an afternoon, and it's also the best way to get one line wrong without noticing. Today, we turn it into a single click, an Excel sheet goes in, the videos come out, one per row, already named correctly. It all starts with a table, and the table has a precise structure. Simple, but you have to respect it. The first row states the type of each column. Here it says text, because we're filling text. The second row states the layer name inside the composition. Here, title, exactly as it reads in the After Effects timeline. And from the third row on there are the values. One row, one video. Note something important. The value of the first column becomes the name of the exported file. Write English, and you get English.mp4. If you've already used a Photoshop data merge for thumbnails, this table is identical, same structure across all the apps. The action is called After Effects Replace Fields, Data Merge. 3 fields, the composition acting as the template, the table file, and the folder where the renders land. Run. Watch what happens. For every row of the table, Magic Automa writes the text into the layers, cues the composition and renders it, then moves to the next row. 3 rows, 3 files, each named after its first column. In my own test, 3 5-second videos came out in 40 seconds flat. I didn't touch a thing meanwhile. A practical note. The file comes out as MP4 because it's After Effects output module that decides the extension. The log always shows you the real path, the one actually written. And if a layer named in the table doesn't exist in the composition, the action tells you before starting. Better 1 error now than 10 wrong renders. Data merge fills the text. But a template also lives on images and video, and for those, there's the replace footage action. You give it the name of an item in the project and the new file. It swaps the source, and every layer using it updates at once. Effects, masks, keyframes, position, everything stays where it was. That's the move that turns a nice project into a real template. Same edit, different clip. 1 button for client A, 1 for client B. 2 companions I always use. First, apply preset. If you've saved your own animation presets, those .effffx files you build yourself, you can apply them to a layer by name from a button. Your favorite look lands on the graphic without hunting through the panel. Second, markers. The marker action drops one at the playhead or a series of fixed steps. And here's the number to write down. The step in seconds is 60 divided by the track's BPM. At 120 BPM, 60 over 120 is 0.5. 16 markers every half second, and there's your grid to drop animations on the beat. If you've seen the beat analysis videos for DaVinci, it's the same idea brought into After Effects.
Se hai visto i video sull'analisi delle battute in DaVinci, il concetto è lo stesso portato dentro After Effects. Ultima cosa, e non è un dettaglio, puoi renderizzare anche con After Effects chiuso. L'azione render ha una modalità che si chiama render, le dai il file di progetto e la composizione, e il render parte in sottofondo senza aprire l'interfaccia, nessuna finestra che ruba il fuoco, nessun rischio di toccare qualcosa per sbaglio. Perfetta di notte, o mentre lavori ad altro. Ricapitolando, la tabella con tipo, nome del layer e valori, il data merge che rende n file da un template, replace footage per i media, i preset per il look, i marker per la musica, e il render headless per farlo mentre non ci sei. Nel prossimo video cambiamo programma, andiamo su Illustrator, dove la stessa idea diventa 50 badge in un minuto.